Present my compliments to General Fitz-Lee and tell him to go to hell. Welcome to Sundays with Sean. I am Sean. Today is Sunday, and that was a message sent from Brigadier General Edward Wilde to Major General Fitz-Lee. The two met on May 24, 1864, when Lee's Confederate cavalry engaged with Wilde's men at Fort Pocahontas in Charles City, Virginia. The fort was defended by about 1,000 Union soldiers and 2 artillery pieces, while the Confederate cavalry stood about 2,500 strong. Additional support was given to the Union Army by the USS Dawn anchored on the James River. This engagement is known as the Battle at Wilson's Wharf, and the Union Army held the fort against a Confederate attack. The Union Army lost 6 men, while the rebels lost about 200. Now, this battle had very little impact on the outcome of the Civil War, but that doesn't mean that it was meaningless. This battle was the first significant encounter between the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia and black soldiers. The 2 Union regiments tasked with defending the fort were from the United States Colored Troops, a division created by the federal government after the Emancipation Proclamation. Recently, I had the pleasure of attending a reenactment of the Battle of Wilson's Wharf, and of course, I brought along with me one of my homemade cameras. Alright, we're here at Fort Pocahontas, flying solo today. My wife is doing a mermaid event up in Nova, so she's up north in the state, I'm down south in the state doing Civil War things. Unfortunately, because of this, I don't think I'll be able to get very much footage of me taking photos of people, but I'm going to try to do that as best I can. We're gonna have a lot of fun today, and I'm excited to go take some photos.
Private Gant, a USCT soldier. USCT was the United States Colored Troops. That organization was created in the spring of 1863. It's one of the things that came as a result of Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation.
This was my first time attending a Civil War reenactment, and I had a wonderful time. It was an amazing experience talking with all the reenactors, and everyone was really accommodating when I asked for photos. Unfortunately, a lot of the photos ended up being very underexposed, and there's 2 reasons for this. The first was my light meter. I use a light meter app on my phone to determine my exposure times. This app uses reflected light, which measures the intensity of the light reflecting off of a subject. So the darker the color, the longer exposure time, and vice versa. So when I metered the scene, I would accidentally focus the meter on a bright white shirt or bright white tent, resulting in an underexposed photo. And the second reason was just my carelessness. I was trying not to be annoying and take up too much time for the reenactors, so I would rush through the process of metering and pretty much forget everything that I know about photography and this style of photography. I should have slowed down and take my time and accurately metered the scene properly. But despite these things, I did end up taking a few good photographs. Here are some of my favorites. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and remember to please be kind to one another. We'll see you next week.